Okay, now we're live. My goodness. Sometimes it just goes boom, right on, and then sometimes I have to reset the whole system and to start up. But today, it worked. So, glad for that. Glad people are already joining the chat. John Marco, good morning. Yeah, let's just dive in. Let's do it. Yesterday, I think I told you between last time we streamed, which was later in the day, and then today, which was, a decent time in the day, I went over to my mom's and I was working on the sprinklers. You can see the purple still on my face. Oh, look at that. I partially painted my nails, I guess, with primer. We're going back over there today just to make sure that it's all running well. And then I can put the box on top and put rocks, landscaping rocks back in and everything. And yeah, should be great. Should be great. John Marco is letting me know that Wordle is a scary one today. Well, I knew I was in for something, so maybe you're doing that to freak me out. Maybe it's actually a super easy word, and this is like reverse psychology, so that you'll go, oh, you'll overthink it, and then I'll get it on the first guess. Watch. If it's anything like bilge was a tough word yesterday. That was not a fun one. Actually, it was a fun one. It reminded me of my grandpa and his sailboat. And his bilge pump. All right. Well, let's dive in. Let's play it. We'll do the connections first. I see mom, queen, ribbon, border, blue, Boston, heart, legend, Toto, arrow, icon, hooch, rat, bull, astro, and diva. Wow, okay. So diva and legend kind of go together. An icon. What else? Okay. Mom. Where's mom fit in? I see Queen of Hearts. Queen. Ribbon. How do these go together? Goodness sakes. It is Saturday, and Saturday is typically a harder puzzle. Blue Bayou. Blue Danube, Blue Bossa, Blue Note, Toto, Queen. These are bands. Wasn't Heart a band? And Diva. Wait, those are bands. No. Okay, maybe that's a red herring. Oh, it's Devo. Maybe it was Devo. I think we're onto something with this legend, icon, maybe diva, and queen. Maybe queen. Okay. A goddess is a diva, icon, legend, or queen. All right. Okie doke. Where does hooch fit in? That seems... Okay. Never gotten a tattoo, never will. Let's see. But I do know that classic, stereotypical mom tattoo. That's funny. Bull... Astro Boy, Houston Astros. Oh, was my stream live? I was really struggling there for a minute. I had to literally reset my entire system. I don't know. Maybe you're not talking about before. Maybe I had something else catastrophic happen. I also watched my stream and my lips didn't line up with my voice yesterday, and that might just be that I was on the wrong internet connection or something. We're having all sorts of technical issues. Toto was a dog. Blue is kind of a dog's name. Was Astro a dog? Yeah, Dogs of the Screen. Great. Who was Hooch with? Turner and Hooch. Yeah. Yeah, Turner and Hooch. And then Rat, Bull, Boston, and Border. Terrier. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking it had something to do with dogs. Right, a Boston Terrier, a Bull Terrier. I've never seen a Rat Terrier. What's that? That's a new one. Hey, and look at that. We did it in color order today. That's funny. That's really funny. Okay, so the yellow category, Goddess, Diva, Icon, Legend, and Queen. I thought they were band names. No, they're just... It's funny when you get down some rabbit hole and you think that it's exactly that, but you're way off track. That's how I feel sometimes in the connections puzzle. Elements of a classic mom tattoo. There's the arrow, a heart, mom, and ribbon. Dogs of the Screen, Astro, Blue, Hooch from Turner and Hooch, and then Toto from Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. Border Terrier, Boston Terrier, Bull Terrier, and a Rat Terrier. I was going to look that up. I have never seen... Why would you want... Oh, it's cute. It's cute enough. It's cute enough. Yeah, I could see somebody wanting a dog like that. Just that name, a Rat Terrier. I don't know. That's a little off-putting to call a dog a rat. Okay, now let's dive in and play the mini. Today's mini crossword is enormous. How are we going to fit that all on one screen? Here, let me see if I can... It may cut off the first one. There we go. Something like that. This is a very large puzzle. You can't even see the bottom. You just follow the clues that are up on the top there. 1A right there, one across. Research organization that once employed Dr. Fauci. Was it the World Health Organization? Conflict ended on 11/11/1918. Was that World War One? Garment with an underwire, a bra. That's funny. Blank Solo of Star Wars, Han Solo. Verify the truth of. Verify the truth of. Maybe. Whoops. Confirm. I don't know. We might change that. Students' request while preparing for a test. Like a study guide. I don't know. We'll come back to that. You can study with a lot of things. Or does somebody just want peace and quiet when they study? Music player at a 50s style diner. Sounds like a jukebox. All good to go. A-okay. I don't know. We might change a lot of these when we get to the down clues. Let's see. Prefix meaning bird or flight. Sounds like Avi, like aviation. By way of, via. Cage, actor Cage to fans. Would they just call him Nick? Or would it be with a K? I don't know. Flex from a campfire. Embers. Oh, it's only 3 long. Maybe ash. We might change all of these. Nat blank. Oh, I know this one. Nat Geo, National Geographic. Okay, so I already think we did this wrong because look, Saturday Night Live Network is not. Saturday Night Live Network is NBC. The Haudenosaunee Confederacy. Wah? Oh, Iroquois. Iroquois. Yeah, I do know that actually. 8-day Jewish holiday is Hanukkah with 2 Ks. Okay. Seasonally successful in older slang. Sensationally successful is a whiz bang. Full Metal Jacket or Saving Private Ryan. That's a war movie. War movie. Where Baja California is, as opposed to California in Mexico. Okay. What are we missing? Fee, fi, fo, fum. There we go. That was a big puzzle today. Holy cow. That was a very large puzzle. So large it didn't even fit on my entire... Yeah. It didn't even fit on my entire screen. John Marcos says, the non-symmetry of the crossword is killing me today. Well, it is... Yeah, I mean, it's even like not even up and down symmetrical. Usually they make it super symmetrical, but not today. They're branching out. They're trying new things. That's funny. All right, let's start up at the top. Oh, thank you. I did great for a Saturday puzzle. You're sweet. Research organization that once employed Dr. Fauci. It was not the WHO, the World Health Organization. It's the NIH, National Institute of Health. Conflict ended on 11/11/1918 for short. World War I. They didn't call it that back then because there was not a second one yet. They kind of like after the fact looked back at it and called it World War I, having had a second world war by then. They just called it the Great War. It was the Great War. A garment with an underwire, a bra. Han Solo of Star Wars. Verify the truth of. Oh, interesting. I thought I was going to have to change that one. Ah, funny. Yeah, confirm. Students request while preparing for a test. Oh, that's funny. Quiz me. Yeah, definitely. Quiz me. There's multiple answers that have multiple words in the answer. That's funny. Music player at a 1950s style diner, a jukebox. Jukebox. I just have a record player. That's about as low tech as I get. But usually a jukebox will have records in it and automatically feeds the records onto the turntable. All good to go. A-OK. See, that's another one I thought I was going to have to change. That's kind of wild. All good to go. Prefix meaning bird or flight. Avi, like aviation or aviary. That's kind of funny that aviation for planes and like aviary for birds have the same prefix. That's funny. By way of, via. Actor Cage, Nicolas Cage. He's going to go steal the Declaration of Independence. Flex from a campfire, ash. Nat Geo, TV channel, short for National Geographic. Saturday Night Live is on NBC. The Haudenosaunee Confederacy is the Iroquois Nation. 8-day Jewish holiday, Hanukkah. Sensationally successful in older slang. You would say it was a whiz bang. I have heard that one before. Not used in context, never in a sentence, but I know that was a thing they used to say. Let's see. Full Metal Jacket or Saving Private Ryan, a war movie. If you'd believe it, Full Metal Jacket was the same director as like 2001: A Space Odyssey. That was Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick. Where Baja California is, as opposed to California that we, North California, in Mexico. Fee, fi, fo, fum. And then we didn't even get to this one. Coding language with a coffee cup logo, Java. Man, that was a big puzzle. That was a super big puzzle. All right, Gianmarco said the Wordle's going to kick my butt today, so let's see how we do. Okay, if you guys are chatting, that's fine, but I'm not going to be looking at it. I am going to start with laugh. Okay, there's a G and an H. Do they go together? I don't know. Probably not. But we will see. How about a second non-intersecting word of point? Hang on. I don't have a go-to word every single day, but I do have a word that I tend to guess pretty frequently, which is ghost. And I wonder, should I throw... Oh, it's just calling to me. Look at that. G-O-H-G-H-O. And then there's an S available and a T. What if it is, guys? What if it is? I haven't guessed a third non-intersecting word yet. I'm doing it. Yes! Oh, Gianmarco, that was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant reverse psychology. Thank you for that. Oh, my goodness. That was scary. That was very scary. I didn't even pick up on your subtlety there either. You told me the answer without telling me the answer. Oh my gosh. Watch my other Wordles, right? Watch my streams. What do? I sometimes guess ghost as an opening move. It's helpful to have a G and an H either in it or out of it. Maybe it's an ing word and it gives me the G. Or I'll sometimes guess ghoul too, right? Ghoul. That's pretty neat. I looked at it, I was like, there's no way. I tried laugh. I don't have like a go-to word. I'm usually just like, okay, 5-letter word. And today I just dove in with laugh. I don't... See, there are some words, like, I don't know, something that'll give me, the E and the A, way too early, or an O also or something. And then I've wasted like all of the vowels, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to come up with non-intersecting words, but I've used up all my vowels. What do I do? And so laugh is one where it'll give you the U, so I like guessing that one sometimes. But and the O for ghost. Oh my gosh, that's great. Well, thanks for the reverse psychology. I've had a couple, like literally, I think it was exactly a week ago. Saturday last week was my first in a long time that I made it all the way to the 6th, and I finally got it. And then the very next day, I went all the way to the 6th, and then I got it. And then I had a couple of good days, and then like 3 days ago, I had another where I had to go all the way to the end. And maybe Bilge. Actually, Bilge yesterday was all the way to the end. But today, we got it on the 3rd. It was just screaming to me. I guess laugh, and I went... okay, GH, but the GH, like, usually would probably go together unless it doesn't. And then I tried point, and it had a T on the end, and that's pretty cool. And I was like, ain't no way. No, we got to try this. If it wasn't, maybe we'd guess another non-intersecting word. What would we have guessed? Jerky. There's a word, jerky. I could have guessed that. I don't know. That's funny. I love it. Okay. I'd say we did pretty all right there. We did pretty all right. It's a banner day. It is a banner day. Let's see. I got to fix this so that it fits real nicely. There we go. Okay. It's a banner day. So if you've never played Strands before, think of it almost like a word search, except they don't give you the answers. You have to go find the answers based on this kind of loose theme. And then they finally start making sense, and then the true meaning of the theme comes out. It's a blast. It's a really fun one. In this one, there are 8 words, really 7 words, and then a spangram, which is like it goes from like top to bottom or left to right or somewhere. It goes all the way across. This could be something about flags. This could be. Oh my gosh! I see the word flags. Flag. Flag what? If this is the spangram. Flags. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. I bet you that's the spangram. So are these like, it's a banner day. If you're going to fly a flag, right? Like a state flag or like a team flag. Oh, maybe these are things on a flag, right? There's a crown on a flag. Oh, in that case, hold on. I think I see it. Flag. Symbol. What else would be on a flag? A cross, no doubt. Oh, of course, stars. There's going to be a star. And what's a star without a stripe? So there's 2 more. This almost looks like the word ornament, but I don't think it's going to. What would this be? Angle? Oh, it is triangle. I mean, you see it like a pyramid on the dollar bill. And a moon. Yeah, you would see a lot of these things on a flag. It's a banner day. You'll see flag symbol. I love the flag symbol. The spangram makes a flag. That's really funny. Okay, so what are you going to see on a flag? You might see stars, stripes, a moon, right? Actually, there's quite a few. Even state, I was going to say like Middle Eastern flags that have moons on them. But also is it South Carolina, I think, that has the palm and the moon, palm tree. Triangle. What flags have triangles on them? Like I know the pride flag has like the. I don't know if that's what they're talking about. I don't know. Here, I'll look it up real quick. Flags with triangles. Oh, yeah. Actually, tons have triangles on them. Yeah, actually, tons of them do. Like the Philippines, it's like blue and red, and then like a white triangle with a sun. Yeah, that's pretty common to have a triangle. And then, do we say all of them? Oh, we didn't even say the ones on the other side. A crown, right? A shield, cross. That's cool. The Nepal flag. Oh, yeah. The Nepal flag is 2 triangles. A lot of triangles there, no doubt. Oh, that's funny. Awesome. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, I'm glad you're here. I think that's awesome. We get to watch this together. We do the puzzles together. It's just awesome. Okay. All right. We got the strands under our belts. Let's do it. Let's just dive in. We'll play Letterboxd. They're trying to get us to solve in 4 words today, and that usually means they're pretty doable letters, which I think they will be today, hopefully. I see an A, K, and M, U, L, I, N, S, and R, T, O, and P. Okay. There's no E in the puzzle. There's plenty of other very doable letters. There's a K by itself. There's no C to accompany the K, so that might be a little interesting. That's a word. Splat. There's no G. I can't do ing words. Train. Let's write these ones down. We might just erase it. I think the K is going to be the trickiest letter there. Splat. Train. I watched a funny video yesterday where a variety of AI models answered ridiculous trolley problems. Have you ever seen that one? They say, the original trolley problem, and they all say, oh, I would pull the lever to save one, to save 4 people or whatever. And then they ask, ridiculous questions like, there's 5 lobsters on the trolley, on the track, or you could kill 1 cat. Would you save the 5 lobsters, or would you save the 1 cat? And it gets more and more absurd as you go, these trolley problems. And the AI actually all have different ways of answering them, which is kind of fascinating. But either way, splat train makes perfect sense to the trolley problem. All right. We really, really need to use up this K somehow. But with no C, this is going to be tricky. Oh, I could almost spell the word Krampus, but the A and the M are on the same side. Oh, you can't see the bottom. Thank you for letting me know. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep. That's exactly what I was talking about. If you can't see it, I need to fix it. Luckily, it's just as easy as just scrolling. Okay. So, let's start over fresh. We need to get rid of this K first. The K is the problem here. Problem letter. How about stark? Stark. Kip. That's a word. Is that a word? It's not a word. Plout. I think plout is a word. It says it is. Okay, now I got to be careful here because I'm on my last word. I don't want to hit enter if I'm not finished with all the letters. Oh, if there was a G. Oh, if there was a G. Yeah, I know. I got to be careful here. I think we're going too... Stark. I think we're going too fast here. Let's reset. What's a word that can get rid of this K? Plat key. I don't know. About rinks, right? Skating rinks. Oh, I could almost... Ah, the U and the L. You could say stimulation. That's a crazy word that would... Or stipulation. I can't go UL. Strum. Or we could do strums. Rinks, strums. Slope. Not exactly how you spell that. We could say soap. And then just, I don't know, we just need to get rid of the L. How about pal? There we go, pal. Very nice. Okay. Well, we did it. We did it in 4, just like they wanted. There, I gotta quit scrolling. If I scroll, I lose the shape of the puzzle. Okay, yesterday they solved it in fulcra, the plural of fulcrum, fulcra, and anything. I would not have thought to say fulcra, the plural of fulcrum. All right, so today we did it as rinks, and then the S led us to strums, and then the S led us to soap, and then we just needed to get rid of the L there, so I said pal. You're good, pal. Yep, I'm your good pal. Okay, let's recap. The connections puzzle today, we did it in color order today. That's pretty funny. From the yellow, the most, not obvious, but the most straightforward, down to the purple, which in theory is the least straightforward, the trickiest. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes the blue is the least straightforward. Or like yesterday, I'm still miffed about that one. Yesterday, the yellow category was the least straightforward. It was. I started with a B. What was the word yesterday? God, I was so. I can't remember what the word was, but it was like best or something. And it didn't fit the category, but I was like, really? If you remember what it is, let me know. All right, so yellow category, goddess, a diva, icon, legend, or queen. Slay queen. The green category was elements of a classic mom tattoo. You've got the heart with an arrow through it and a ribbon over top that says the word mom. That's adorable. Dogs of the screen, right? The blue category, Astro, Blue, Turner and Hooch, right? And then Dorothy's Toto. And then the purple category, Border Terrier, Boston Terrier, Bull Terrier, and a Rat Terrier. That's a new one for me, but I looked it up, and it's an okay-ish dog, cute-ish dog. It kind of looked like, what's that one dog? There's a dog I'm thinking of. I can't think of the style of dog. Wishbone. Remember Wishbone? Did you ever watch Wishbone as a kid? That was that type of dog. Or maybe he was a Jack Russell Terrier. I don't remember. All right. The mini crossword was huge today. So big that it barely even fits onto my screen here. Research organization that once employed Dr. Fauci. That was the National Institute of Health, the NIH. Conflict that ended in 11/11/1918 for short. Nowadays, we call that World War I, WWI. Back then, they just called it the Great War. Garment with an underwire, a bra. Han Solo of Star Wars. To confirm is to verify the truth of. Students' request while preparing for a test. Quiz me. Music player at a 50s style diner, a jukebox. Definitely, jukebox. All good to go. A-okay. Prefix meaning bird or flight. AV, right? Aviation for flight. By way of, via. Actor Cage for fans. They'd call him Nick Cage. Flex from a campfire, Ash. Nat Geo, National Geographic TV channel. That was their rebranding about, 20 years ago? Was it 15 years ago? They're trying to look all hip and modern now. Saturday Night Live network is NBC. The Haudenosaunee Confederation by another nation is the Iroquois Nation. 8-day Jewish holiday, Hanukkah. Sensationally successful in older slang, whiz bang. Did you watch Wishbone? Good. Was he I think he was a Jack Russell Terrier. Talking about terriers. Whiz Bang. Full Metal Jacket or Saving Private Ryan. Those were war movies. Where Baja California is, as opposed to California do Norte, right? In Mexico. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I guess in Spanish that would be del Norte, right? California del Norte. It's funny when I mean to speak Spanish and some little bit of Portuguese comes out. I said do Norte. It would be different. Coding language with a coffee cup logo. That's Java. That was a big puzzle today. Really, really big. 18 total clues. Okay, and then John Marco spooked me. Get it? Spooked. That's funny. Saying that it would be a scary one today. Well, yes, it was. It was so scary. And I just so happened to pick the right opening move today. I don't have like a go-to word every time. I just think of a 5-letter word and sort of deal with it. And today I tried laugh, which had a GH, but not in the right place. It wasn't at the end. Look at it. It was at the beginning. And then I tried point, a non-intersecting word that doesn't use any of those first 5. And then I looked at it like, okay, there's a T at the end, there's an O somewhere, and GH might go together. What are the chances? And so instead of guessing a third non-intersecting word, which usually is a risk, I shouldn't do that, I was like, ain't no way. We got to try this. And so we tried ghost, and sure enough, that's exactly what it was. Pretty cool. Okay, and then the Strands puzzle today was it's a banner day. And yet again, one of those times where I'm like in the middle of explaining the strands, and I'm like, oh, you look for words, and they're hidden somewhere, and I go, banner, I see the word flag. I'm like, oh my gosh, flag. I bet you that's part of it. And sure enough, that was part of the spangram, right? Because the first thing we saw was crown. Crown, just like that. And I thought, oh, maybe these are symbols on a flag. And then I went back to flag, and I saw the word symbol right there. And sure enough, it makes a cute little flag on a flagpole. What else? There's a shield on a flag. You might have a cross on a flag. Triangle, lots of triangular ones, including, like you guys are saying, the Philippines or Nepal. The Nepali flag is just 2 triangles. Stripes, stars, right? Lots of cool things on flags. Awesome. I love that. Yeah, Clifford the Big Red Dog. Fantastic. Classic. Really classic. All right. And then letterbox today. We had to do it in 4, and we did it in 4, so that was fine. We started with rinks, and then the S led us to strums, and then the S for soap, and then we just needed to get rid of the P, so I said, or the L. The L was the only thing left, so I said pal. Awesome. Well, good show, you guys. Awesome puzzles today. Saturdays are typically a little more challenging, but I feel like, if you just sort of work through it, you think through it, try to figure it out, it's going to work really well, and it did today, so I like that. All right, well, thanks for a fun chat. Thanks for a fun stream. Great puzzles today. Thank you. Oh, my gosh, I did wonderfully today. I'm honored to hear that from you. Yeah, this was cool. This was very fun. Go enjoy your Saturday. Whatever you're doing with the rest of your day. Remember I said 2 of my kids are at camp. They're coming home today. So we're going to have kind of a fun, reunion with them and celebrate a little bit. They've had a rough, couple of days roughing it, right? I'm sure they'll want a nap and a shower today or just go to bed early. But, it's like one of those times where you have a well-deserved shower after you've been working hard or something. And the day you come home from a long camp, this has been multiple days, I'm sure they are ready for for a shower and a long sleep, however that looks. Anyway, enjoy your Saturday. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.